13 or 15? 15? They're equally as evil. So you're not winning or losing. You said 15? All right, let's set up 15. We got 3.42 times 10 to the third pounds over foot cubed. And we're looking for grams over, wait, am I even doing the same problem? Pounds over foot squared, sorry. It helps if your units are the same. Fix that. If you wrote cubed, I'm sorry, it was squared. Okay, so here's evil problem number 1. Evil problem number 1 needs to be solved for in multiple steps. If you're looking at it, we are going to need to change from pounds into grams, okay, which could take a couple fractions, and we need to change from foot squared into centimeters squared. So this is going to be one where you have things going on the top and the bottom, and it's going to take us several fractions. Okay, so take a deep breath. If I were solving this, I would start with the top, but you can start with the bottom and still be right. So looking at your list of conversion factors, we need to go pounds towards grams. What do you see on here that could get us somewhere where that would help? I got a pounds and ounces over here. I got a pounds and a ton, pounds and a kilogram. You want to do the kilogram? That would make sense, because if we could go pounds to kilograms, then we could get to grams. So, first fraction. What do you want to put? Bless you. Where do you want to put the pounds? On the bottom. So this pound goes on the bottom. And we have a pound and a kilogram factor, so we're going to put kilograms on the top. What number goes with kilograms? 1. And we're going to put what with the pound? 2.2. I did just notice something. I didn't put my 1 underneath of here to help me not accidentally put anything in there. So go back and do that. Okay. If we cancel as we're going, pounds are gone. Kilograms to grams. Can we do that? Yeah. Might need to look at our notes, but we can do that. Okay, so what unit goes, where does a kilogram go? Goes on the bottom. Kilograms on the bottom, grams on the top. We need to put some numbers in there. We had it written down earlier. Right, 1,000 grams and 1 kilogram. Okie dokie. Canceling again. Grams. Do we want that? Yeah. Go ahead, Emily.
Wouldn't it be 100?
Nope. You missed a 0. It's 1,000 grams in a kilogram. Okay. So we've got grams. The top unit is done, but the whole problem isn't finished. We now need to work on getting our foot squared to centimeters squared. And you don't suddenly do a different problem. You continue this one on. So we're going to just add another fraction. Okay. We're continuing on. We're going to do both parts. We need to go foot to centimeters. Look on your list. Do we got foot to anything? Foot to inches? Okay, that would work. Do we then have inches to anything that'll help? Inches to centimeters. So if we could go foot to inches and then inches to centimeters, we would have this solved. The only problem is it's not foot squared. Like, we need foot squared. I don't see any squares on here. What do we need to do? Right. She mumbled. Square the number and the unit. So any of these factors here, you can add a square or a cube or even a 4th power if you wanted to. So these are all the same factors that we're going to use. We're just going to square them. So foot to inches, you guys said, right? Foot is on the bottom. Where are we going to put it in the next fraction? On the top. So we're going to put foot on the top. It needs to be squared. We said foot to inches. It also will need to be squared. Some numbers for that. 1 foot, 12 inches. And we squared the unit, so now we got to square the numbers. So I squared the 12 and I squared the 1. Canceling, we canceled our foot squared. All right. Are we done? Now, can we go inches to centimeters? Yeah, it's right here. Okay. Inches squared is on the bottom. Where are we going to put it to cancel? On the top. Inches squared, and I have inches to centimeters, so I'm going to go centimeters squared. This factor right here allows me to do this, inches to centimeters. Plug in the numbers in. Inches gets a what? A 1. Anything I'm going to do to that? Square it. And then my centimeters gets a what? 2.54 squared. So check our units. All right, I have centimeters squared, which is what I was looking for. So I am done with my setup. Now, these numbers, well, this number we'll talk about in a minute. This number, they're all fine. When I'm doing these, I go ahead and solve this right now so that I don't have any other things going on my calculator that might mess me up. So 12 squared, you can use your calculator or you can use your brain. What is 12 squared? 144. And I then cross this off because I'm going to use this number whenever I'm calculating. Okay? 2.54 squared. 16 point what? 6. It's 6? 6.45. Sorry, I forgot. Okay. So to do this problem, we're going to take our starting number, and remember, on the top you multiply and on the bottom you divide. If you're following like I would normally do, you're going to take this top number and you're going to divide by 2.2, multiply by 1,000, divide by 144, divide by 6.45, and you'll get your answer. You also could take the top numbers and multiply, and all the bottom numbers and multiply, and then simplify that. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to walk through it like I normally would on the calculator. Because it's scientific notation, you have to enter that carefully. If you've not done scientific notation on a calculator like this, look up and watch. You're going to take 3.42. Then this times 10 thing is one key. It's the EE. So on your calculators there above the x to the minus 1, there's 2 capital E's. To get that, you have to hit second and then that button, and you'll see an E appear on your screen. That is your times 10. So now we're going to type in 3. So that is 3.42 times 10 to the third, just what I have right here. Okay? You're going to hit divide 2.2 times 1,000. Divide 144. Divide 6.45. And then equals. And the answer that came up was 1673.7. Now, I said earlier that, roughly give me about the same number of digits. If you reported this as 1673 or 1674, that'd be fine. If you gave me that whole number, I'm not going to be upset. All right. The only thing I'm going to be upset about is if you don't give me a unit. So what's the unit? Grams over centimeters squared. Okay? Lot of steps. This problem on the test would be worth a lot of points because I'm giving you credit for each fraction and if you squared it or didn't square it. So make sure that you're checking the units. You're checking to make sure that you square or cube if that's the appropriate thing to do for the problem, and that you do the math right.